Hello, how is everyone? So today I'm sitting near my window, just thought it might be better light. So I hope my little construction that I set up here is not going to crash. I have like a tower of books and then my laptop is on top of it. Let's see. So today I'm going to talk about exercise and what to do when you're struggling to fit it into your day. But before, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm a transformational nutrition coach showing women how to successfully lose weight for the last time so that you never have to lose it again. One time, done with it. I'm offering private and group coaching, and all of my programs include an awesome exercise plan. I developed this exercise plan with my personal trainer, Jessica, who introduced me originally to resistance training, so working out with weights. So after working with hundreds of women, one thing becomes clear: most of you don't have enough time to exercise, and that's exactly the topic of today. So I'm going to look at this particular challenge with time, why movement is essential for weight loss, and show you how you can fit it into your busy life. But before I start the usual information, I can't see who's joining. I can see there are a few people who've joined, but I don't know who you are. There's also usually a slight delay at the beginning of the live, and then it seems to adjust. So if I'm out of sync, just give it a few seconds and then usually it's okay. So if you want me to know that you just joined, send me a quick hi in the comments so that I know who you are. But if you just want to stay anonymous, that's also okay. And do comment with your questions. I'm getting back to everyone either during the live or afterwards. So anytime is fine. Good. So why is movement essential to lose weight and keep your energy levels up? Both are connected. So our bodies are designed to move. Movement gives us a lot of things. So it gives us healthy joints, strong bones, physical strength, and good circulation. It also gives us good coordination and reflexes, improved learning skills and concentration, and overall mental well-being. So without movement, we would simply degenerate. So it's really crucial for us. There's a reason why they say sitting is the new smoking, because inactivity is estimated to cause 9% of premature mortality worldwide. So quite a shocking stat, so almost 10%. So excessive sitting is associated with 35 diseases and conditions such as back pain, obesity, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, cancer, and depression. So quite a long list, and I'm sure some of you have at least experienced one of those. Have you ever observed how you feel after a long flight or a whole day on the sofa? It's likely that you feel a bit meh, yeah, maybe even depressed. So you get dizzy when you get up and your energy is low. So at least this is what's happening to me. I've just had a long haul flight from Australia, and I know that this is just really drains your energy. So your body gets my body at least gets really unhappy, but this is a normal, natural reaction to just being inactive for such a long time. And then remember how you feel or how you felt after exercise. So last time you did something like a long walk, or you've been busy around the house, just running around doing the usual things that we do. And then that leads to you being alert, you're warm, so you're no longer as cold as when you're lying just on the sofa and not moving. And it usually gives you energy, so you're full of energy after doing something that involves activity. So that all of this is the effect of movement. It just makes you feel good. But that's not all. So the more you move, the more calories you burn, and this is where we want to get to. So it's getting even more important from the age of 35, when your muscle mass gradually decreases. So from your mid-30s, you lose muscle, meaning every year, without you doing anything, you need fewer calories to simply stay alive. So that's your metabolism. So the minimum calories you need for not doing anything, just basically lying on bed, just so that you keep breathing and all your bodily functions continue to run. And so that reduces gradually with decreasing muscles. So if you don't move more or more efficient, your only way to counteract this decline is to eat less and less food. And that's not only incredibly hard, but it's also unhealthy and unsustainable. So what can you do? So there are two types of exercise: cardio and weight training. Weight training, that's what I love and hate. I love it because of the results, and I hate it because sometimes it can be tough, but it's really efficient in building muscle, and building muscle will help you burn fat. And while cardio strengthens the cardiovascular system, which is also good and important, and burns calories. So both are important for weight loss, but you need to know how often to do which type of exercise for the best effect. So the best type of cardio exercise is to go for a walk. What a surprise. So you don't need to go for a run. Going for a walk is already the best type. Preferably right after a meal, because this is when your blood sugar can get high. And if you go straight after a meal for a walk, that will lower your blood sugar. So in my programs, I combine both and alternate between strength and cardio training, because it's important that you challenge the body just enough, never stress your system, and make sure you get enough rest in between. I see there's some comments. Hello. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Denise. Hi, Teresa. Oh, how nice. Everyone's here. So, Denise, if I walk 10 miles instead of 5 miles, will that make a difference in my weight? I'm stuck at the same weight. It will definitely make a difference in your weight. So if you have the time, what's most important is that you don't stress your body. But if it's just a walk, of course, the more you walk, the better it is. And just keep a nice balance so that you don't exhaust yourself too much. So if I combine, I just said that like the right mix is really where the sweet spot lies. So I combine weightlifting with yoga and Pilates, and generally make sure that there's a lot of variety so that my body doesn't get used to anything. And that's usually the best. So just from time to time, surprise your body by walking 10 miles instead of 5 miles, or just do something that your body isn't used to. I also help you not to fall into the runner's trap in my programs by overdoing it with cardio. It's one of my favorite topics, because if all you do is running, especially if you do this several times per week, your metabolism will adapt to that and decreases your overall calorie requirements, which means you still have to eat less to lose weight. So just take note that I'm talking about running, not walking. So I'm working out, but that's me 4 to 5 times per week for about 30 to 40 minutes per session. So that's obviously taking up quite a lot of time. But you don't need to do that. So from my experience, around 90 minutes, so 90, of the right exercise is enough to see results. So how do you fit that into your week? So first, you look at what else you're doing. So you might think you're busy, but what are you actually doing? Are you surfing the internet, spending time on social media, watching Netflix, chatting with friends on WhatsApp? So all of these things, they take up your time. And they're nice, but they're not getting you any closer to your goal. So think about that. And think about what is most important to you. So if it's keeping you, keeping you up to date with Facebook is what makes you happy, and this is your priority, that's fine. But if getting fit and healthy is more important, you might want to allocate that time to a 30-minute workout instead. So it's really about what you think is important. There's always some time. So I tell you, with all of the clients that work together, we always found time for a workout. So it's really about looking at your week and finding slots to work out. And be creative. So when it comes to delegating tasks, for example, quick tour to men. So they have a tendency to let us manage the household. But even now, when we think we're just all modern women, this is what's happening most of the time. But I observed that they respond very well to clear instructions when I want them to do something. So there might be some initial resistance, but asking them to make their own breakfast or look after the kids and while you're working out is always an option. So go and ask them, whoever you live with, ask them if they can take over for 30 minutes so that you have time to do your workout. And start thinking about all the options and people around you who can support you. So including skipping that additional episode on Netflix instead of, and instead get up a little bit earlier. So, I mean, skipping the episode in the evening so that you can go to bed earlier, and then instead you get up half an hour earlier and do your workout. So I've worked with, as I just said, with some extremely busy women, and for all of them, we found time in their busy schedules. So if you want it, you will find the time. So now you know why movement and exercise is so important, not just for your overall well-being, but particularly for weight loss. So I showed you a way to find time, but you're still not convinced. Yeah, I hear you. So then maybe weight loss isn't that important to you. If you don't want to make whatever gets you closer to your goals a priority, you might not be ready. If that's the case, then I highly recommend to go back to my last live where I was talking about mindset. But if you feel you really, really try and it's just impossible because there's just so many things that you have to do and there's just really no time for exercise, I also have something for you, of course. So I promised you to reveal the quickest, most efficient exercise you can do when you only have a few minutes to spare. So I don't know how much of a delay we have, but if anyone wants to have a guess, then write it in the comments. I'm interested if you have any idea and why you can start thinking about this. Let me give you some clues. So it can be as short as 10 minutes. You definitely build up a sweat. You will start breathing heavily, I promise you that. You'll feel the burn, not just during exercise, but long after the workout is over. And this burn is called afterburn, which means your body continues to burn calories for several hours, even while you're sitting on the couch. And this phenomenon is called as EPOC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. And it's a measurable increased oxygen intake rate following strenuous activity. So any clues? Okay, let me reveal you. Maybe you've already know. Burpees, planks. No, so it's called HIIT, and I'm sure you've heard of it. So HIIT is high intensity interval training, and burpees and planks can be part of it. So the primary reason that HIIT is so effective for weight loss is because of the mentioned afterburn. It means your body will continue to consume extra oxygen after your workout has ended when the fatigued muscles undergo a repair and recovery process. So not during, but afterwards. This is when your body actually works on it. So during HIIT, your muscles produce a chemical called lactic acid and creating this burning sensation. And I'm sure some of you have already felt that. It's equals death. Teresa, you're funny. Yes. If you feel like that while you're doing it, then you're doing it right. So it's really something you feel very, very uncomfortable when you do that. Yeah. So during HIIT, as I said, your muscles produce lactic acid, creating that burn, and it'll make you feel tired, sore, depletes your muscles from oxygen, and your body has to work like a machine during the recovery process and while you're repairing the muscle. So in this afterburn effect elevates your calorie burn, listen up, for 16 to 72 hours after your workout has ended. So a really long time. And that's why it's such a great exercise. Just a little bit on these hours. So these hours do not just happen. So if you do a HIIT exercise that really, really feels like death, and you are swearing and you just think, gosh, this is so painful, yeah, then you have a very good chance that you will burn calories, increased rate of calories for the next 3 days. If it's something that is okay, maybe makes you slightly uncomfortable and you don't really need to wipe off the sweat, then it might just be 16 hours or nothing. So with HIIT, it's just really important that you just go all in. And you can burn more calories with HIIT than traditional cardio, or burn the same amount but in less time. So how does a HIIT workout look like? So it consists of usually something, it can even be 30 seconds, but the best one is like 40 to 50 seconds, and it's like a sprint followed by a quick break. And you can do everything that gets your heart rate up. The mentioned burpees, mountain climbers is a great one, squat jumps, this is what I personally hate, sprints, jumping rope, kettlebell swings, just anything that makes you feel exhausted. And it's important that you do each move as if really your life depended on it. You have to go as fast as you can. If someone tells you you have to do this, or whatever, if you do this, you get $1 million. Yeah? So just really feel a great motivation to do that. Well, if you do this, you get a great body. That's your motivation. So you see that you quickly get out of breath and you probably start swearing, as I said, because it's not pleasant, but it's over before you know it, because it's only 40 to 50 seconds. And you will feel great afterwards. So the 40 to 50 second sprints, they are followed by a short break, and then you can do 5 exercises, and then you can do a longer break. You can repeat all of these 5 if you want, if you're feeling like it, have another break and then repeat them again, or you just keep it to 10 minutes. But I would say minimum 10 minutes I would do it. And in terms of how many times per week, so I would do 1 to 2 HIIT sessions per week. And for best results, combine it with weight training. So if this is your only workout, you will see results, but long term, it's best to work on your muscles, to really like focus on the muscles and to build the muscles, because they will be your best ally in staying slim for longer, because you're burning more calories. My workout program includes the right combination of HIIT and resistance training, of course. You also get full-length videos to follow along. So all you need to do is press play and then start sweating with me. I also show you how to feed your body after exercise, because that's really important, because you damaged the muscle, so that you can then rebuild it and create more after you've done the workout. So that was hopefully some good information and helpful for you today. I can't see any more questions, but if you have any, then let me know, and I definitely keep an eye on your comments. And I see you in a couple of weeks for another topic that I've forgotten. But I'm sure it's a good one, and I will announce it in the group. Okay, have a good day. Bye.